Welcome to Art of Tiny Living, and welcome to Plateau Hame De Colquhoun. That's right, this is what it looks like from our little desert oasis. We're going to show you around a little bit and talk about a few things that we have going on, and some things that you might enjoy if you happen to be one of our guests. So come along with, we're going to take a little walk. So this is one of the first two sort of pull-in sites. This one's a little bit longer. The one over here on this side, just a little bit shorter, good for a pop-up or a small camper travel trailer. Good views of the drone from up here. But this is two of the three pull-through spots that we have. We've also mowed some paths around through the tall grass on the property. They go out and stretch for a few hundred yards and then go back the other direction. And then each of the campsites has a line that goes right back onto those trails too, so you can always begin and start right where you are. These two sites, one is basically a south facing and one is basically a north facing, although this one here could actually suit two different vehicles if we had the desire or the need to use them that way. But they're 60 foot deep. This one is 85 foot wide. This one is 50 foot deep at 60 foot wide. And as you can see up ahead is the larger of the pull-through areas, really meant for big fifth wheel drags. Maybe a couple of different Class C's could fit in that same spot if people were traveling together. It all depends on who's coming out and what it is they're staying in. So every place that you see that there isn't much for grass anymore are areas in which people can park their vehicle. In the background there behind this one, you can see that we've cleared out another little small spot for maybe a van type camper or even some tenters, something with a big tent. The only thing you have to fear here is to avoid the yucca when you pull in and out, because getting them things out of the ground is not a pleasure. No, this is where people park their car if they're camping in that spot. This location is our common area fire pit. We have big buckets of sand to help keep the fire from spreading out if it would need to, and we've done a pretty decent job of keeping the weeds and external grasses down so that they don't flare up. That stuff will burn quick. It might not burn very long, but it'll burn and smolder. If we look to the left from here, there's one of the first sites we ever cut in. It's a back-end site, big enough for a large Class C or a mini Class A. It's only 40 foot deep on that one, but it's wide. It's 40 by 40, with the exception of the front being a little skinny because of the berm. But hopefully one of these days we'll get a nice blade and take some of that out. This area over here, you might remember once upon a time, used to be our original homestead up here. It's the first place we put the wheels into gear and just stopped it all up and waited, built a few things. But now it's been cleared out. We could put 3 large vehicles into this area. Maybe even more if we really, really needed to and wanted to squish people like a regular RV resort. The area slightly there in the background is where those snake grass and stuff are. Will basically become a seating area once the stage and production area is completed. And of course, yes, there's the ominous multi 8K solar. What a monster. Big pain in the butt, by the way. Yes, we're still standing in the most eastern portion of the property. You can go all the way over to where those trees are, and that's where the drop-off is. Overlooks the interstate and better view of the Manzano mountain range. Feel free to take a wander if you're ever out and about here. But the road's starting to turn out pretty decent. It's 25 foot wide and big enough here with the big large circle that goes around the common area for just about any rig necessary to go all the way around and pull back out into a spot or have room to back up into a spot. Still got a few more places to cut, and we want to do a few more things to the grass. Maybe cut in some spirals or designs for when the military is flying over, just so they have something to look at. I'm sure they appreciate it. Every time we add something new or move something, we become part of the flight path out here. So it's kind of funny. So roughly out here at Plateau Hame De Colquhoun, we have between 8 and 11 decent, legitimate spots. And we could always squeeze a few people together if you're traveling with a small group. I know how some RVers like to get themselves a little 3 or 4 party convoy and go see different parts of the country. Look us up on Airbnb and Boondockers, Harvest Host, Hipcamp. Be sure to check us out. This is artoftinyliving, and we'll see you again soon. Welcome to Plateau. Bleh. Really?
Stop. Tell me when to go.